What's up again, online learners? I didn't get to add this in the last video, but I want to go ahead and talk with y'all about this Canvas for Chrome app. It's just an app that is kind of there. It's not even really an app, it's kind of an extension for Chrome, but it does work on your Chromebooks, and I've given you guys a couple of assignments. So what I'm going to do is show y'all really quickly how to use that app. And I'm also going to show you a little bit about what I'm looking for in that rule of thirds drawing assignment. So I'm going to come on over here to my computer and I'm going to type in Canvas for Chrome. Just hit enter. And the very first thing that pops up should be it, and it is. I'm just going to click Canvas, Chrome Canvas. And here we go. This is going to open up. So a couple days ago, as that's opening, a couple days ago, I gave you guys a tutorial on it also. So I'm not going to cover how to use the tools. Just go back to the assignment from Tuesday, I believe, of this week, and it will cover a lot of the basics of how to use this. But I do want to just show y'all how to save and how to get your image turned in, and also a little bit about what I was expecting on that rule of thirds assignment. So I'm going to click New Drawing over here, New Drawing, bam, and I'm just going to really quickly draw something. It's not going to be a lot because, well, don't have enough time to draw something good. So I'm going to increase the size by changing the size right here, and I'm just going to change the color also. And I'm going to change this to green, and what I'm going to color right here is just some grass. Basically, I want it to look like grass. So, oh, I clicked the wrong button. Whoops. Here we go. So I'm just coloring some grass. Here we go. This is going to be my background. So the assignment was you had to create something that showed rule of thirds, and you're supposed to use layers, and you're supposed to have a background and a foreground. So here's my grass. Guys, I'm not, some of you were a little bit worried about your drawing abilities. Not worried about that. As you can see, this looks like awful. I did have some students ask if it was possible to have a fill. There is no fill that I know of. Pretty much you have to do what you just saw me did, which is just literally colored in. So yeah, let's go back. This is my a grassy field, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come up here to layers. It's in this top right corner. It's the it's like a square with a little line underneath it. I'm going to click it, and you can see I have one layer. I'm going to add another layer on top of it. So here we go. Here's my second layer, and I'm going to come back over here, and I'm just going to draw a tree. Yes, that's what I'm going to do, but I need to make this more brown for it to be a tree. So here we go, more brown, and I'm going to switch to my pen tool. Make sure I am on the top layer. I am, and right here I'm just going to draw this up, and this is kind of a tree, and now I need to fill it in. So I'm going to go back to my marker, increase the size, and here we go. I'm just going to fill in our tree here. So this is a really simple drawing. I'm just trying to get it done really quick so you guys don't have to watch me draw all day. And it looks, it looks awful. Let me change the color, and now I'm just going to draw some leaves. So here we go. Here's our leaves. Wow, this is a beautiful tree, Mr. Brown. Thank you, also Mr. Brown. So what we have is this is kind of a rule of thirds, because the concept of rule of thirds is that we divide our screen into thirds and then into thirds. So here we go. We have 1/3 of the screen. This is not very well drawn, and another third of the screen. And then we have another third of the screen, and the last third of the screen. So the idea, didn't do a very good job of it here because I'm trying to really hurry so I can just show you how this works. But the idea is that you are lining things up either on the lines or in the spaces of the rule of thirds. Generally, it kind of gives you a cool look to use the lines, and you want If I had done this really ideally well, in fact, I may just come back and, change it up a little bit, but what I would really like is for the, I'm gonna put my leaves all the way down here to this line, and look at that. Wow, it's a little bit more rule of thirdsy. But what you really want is for major things, major points of interest within the image to fall on those lines. And really what these are, it's just a tool to help you get your drawing right, to know where to place things, or to also know where to point your camera if you're doing photography. Sometimes when I'm taking a photo, I have to kind of move myself around, get to where I need to be, to where I can rearrange things inside the frame. Have you ever seen like directors on movies do like this? It's because they're getting their composition right, okay? So that's what they're working on. When you're done, let's go back to my beautiful drawing. When you're done, you click these three little dots right up here, and you hit Save as Image. That's it, Save as Image. Now, I don't have a Chromebook, so this is a PC, and it's saved to my Downloads file. But when you have a Chromebook, it actually saves it to your drive, to your files on your Chromebook. And when you go to Google Classroom to turn it in, you just have to find it. You'll go to up at the top where it says add or create. You click that button in the top right, and then it will let you pick where you want to find it. This is the hard part, guys, and I don't have a way to show it to you, but you just have to find that file on your computer. You'll find it. It's not hard. You do have to look just a little bit. Oh, there's the bell. It's time to go to third period for us, but not for y'all. So then that's how you turn it in. I needed 2 drawings done like this, and they can be just as simple as this tree and the background. It just needs to show that you understand where the rule of thirds is. You don't need to draw the lines. You just need to kind of have an idea of where they are. I needed 2 drawings like that with a background and something in the foreground, and I needed those turned in. So that's how that was going to work. On today's assignment, I need you to take some photos with your camera. And I talked about that in the video that I posted for today, but I need you to take some photos with the camera so that you are using that rule of thirds. I actually need 5 different photos where you're using the rule of thirds. If you can turn your guide grids on your camera, awesome. You can Google how to do that for your specific camera. And what I need you to do is, line those grids up while you're looking at the screen. Line those grids up and make sure your subject, which could be a person, it could be a thing. During my first period class, I had students taking pictures of a pencil, of a water bottle, whatever you need to use to get your shot in. That's great. And I just need 5 photos. When those are done, you may be a little bit confused of how to turn them in. If you take them on your phone, you can log into Classroom through the app or online through your phone and submit them that way. Or you can just email them to yourself or upload them to your Google Drive, whatever is the easiest way for you to get the files turned in. If you're struggling with getting the files turned in, please, please, please make sure you let me know, and then I can help you with that. Send me an email or send me a remind at PRINAFAV, let me start over, PRINOFAV1 is my remind, so make sure you find me there, or send me an email at william.brown@terrellisd.org, and I will make sure and get that taken care of. Okay, guys, that's all I have for you today. Hope y'all have a great day. Thanks a lot. See ya.